shout out goes out to our current channel members. If you were interested in picking up a channel membership for as little as $1.99 a month, head over to my channel profile and hit the join button to view all of the available perks. Thanks. So today, we are doing something a little different, as an old Twitter interaction I had way back in around April of this year has resurfaced recently, and of course, that was before Crystalised had even aired, even the first episode. And after reading through this, seriously, I somehow predicted the events of Crystalised in a weirdly, strangely precise way. And so in this video, I thought it would be a very fun idea to go over this and read my predictions and talk about what was accurate to the season and what I got a little bit off. Let's get started. Really quickly, to provide some context as to why I was actually doing this in the first place and was predicting the events of Crystalised, essentially there was an event by this Twitter user that was basically an event to come up with a story idea for Crystalised and whatnot, and so that's why I made this entire prediction in the first place. So I'm just going to be going through it, we'll talk about it afterwards, and then, yeah, we'll go from there. So I say here, I'm going to keep this kind of vague, but I'll list off some main ideas I have here. The ninja team split after the loss of Nia. Eventually, they regroup after some event happening in Ninjago. They may also recruit other people, in brackets here, such as Skylar, to help them out following the loss of Nia. The villain, the Overlord, is revealed as the big evil guy behind everything after his plans go into motion and he brings back old villains, presumably with some form of crystal power. The ninja lose hope, realising that this is the biggest threat they have ever faced. So that's kind of a lot to unpack, and we still have more here to go, but just for this now, the first bit, very accurate, I'd say. And to be fair, it was kind of obvious, even at this point in time, that the ninja team had obviously split, because we already had leaked screenshots and whatnot, and I believe some sort of trailer, I think, of the ninja. You know, they were kind of up to different jobs. For example, Lloyd was a window cleaner, Jay was locked in the lighthouse and whatnot, and yeah. So we already had some kind of clue as to what would be happening with the ninja, and that some event may be happening that brings them back together. I think that's kind of obvious, and anyone can really string that together. So I guess that was just kind of, you know, obvious from that point. But what was kind of interesting was the bit where they recruit other people, such as Skylar. That more or less did actually happen. They did recruit other people to help them out following the loss of Nia. And then the villain, obviously the Overlord, is revealed as the big evil guy behind everything. Obviously, yeah, that's another kind of obvious one. And then his plans go into motion and he brings back some old villains with this crystal power. So I did actually get that right. Again, maybe a little bit obvious, but hey, it's another thing I got right somehow. And this is a really interesting part, actually, that's just pure luck that I even guessed this right. And it says, the ninja lose hope, realising that this is the biggest threat they've ever faced. And, well, that did actually happen to an extent. Towards the final few episodes of Ninjago Crystalized, mainly Master Wu, to be honest, he had completely lost hope. And they were, to be honest, on the verge of giving up, which is kind of hilarious that I somehow predicted that. It wasn't a massive plot point, I guess, during the season, but it was still something, and it was still very prevalent towards the last episodes. So, yay for me, I guess. I somehow guessed another. And next, we've got this. On top of this, Garmadon ends up returning after finding out about the Overlord's return. I think we could also possibly see some side arcs, mainly focusing on Garmadon and Lloyd's relationship, Jay/Kai after the loss of Nia, etc. So this one, obviously, there is a very big part that is very, very true, and that would be the Lloyd and Garmadon arc. That obviously did happen. That's a big prediction I had since the very beginning. What didn't really happen was the Kai and Jay thing. I mean, we did see them have a slight tussle, if you want to call it that, towards the very beginning of the season, but it never really went any more than that, and there was never really a big arc featuring them, which is a shame, I will admit, but yeah, what can you really do about it? We did get something, though, but I wouldn't say that was fully accurate in this instance. And then here it says, after losing hope, they find someone/something that restores their hope, and realise that they have a chance. The ninja team wins, everyone is happy again, and the Overlord loses for the 4th time. So that wraps this up, and the ending was very, very true again. They did find something that restored their hope, and that was the Quanish, the Elder Scroll thing that they found towards the end. And I mean, something kind of gave them hope at one point, and that would have been only Lloyd. So if you look at it from that perspective, yeah, this one was kind of right to an extent as well. And just reading through it overall, a lot of it was weirdly accurate, which is really strange. I was not expecting everything to be that accurate, but I mean, it just kind of was, and it's really funny to look back on. And so I hope you did enjoy this one. Just a fun one looking at an old prediction from April of this year before Crystalised had even aired even the first episode. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed, and with all of this being said, be sure to drop your own thoughts down below on this in the comments. I would love to hear your thoughts. If you enjoyed this one here, be sure to leave a like on it, subscribe for more, and hit the notification bell so that you can be the first to watch my new content whenever I do post it. And with all of this being said, I will see you all very soon for my next video. Goodbye.